Hi, how y'all doing? It's Joanna here with the Chicago White Sox. Oh man, it's been forever and a day since I've actually done this team. Like literally, this is the last oldest save file I have that hasn't been upgraded or updated. You know, usually I don't do this all the time, but yeah, it's like I mean I don't hate this team actually because they're not really rivals of any of my team or anything like that. My team is the Red Sox, so it's like usually just whatever. Uh, yeah. Oh, just dealing with partisan bullshit. Like, not partisan bullshit because I'm not talking to anybody else other than the lovable audience. But yeah, I had to deal with my family on Sunday. Oh my God, this is. I know it's like the thing I deal with the most, but it's also the thing I hate the most. You know, it's like, oh, so annoying to deal with people that think they know everything. You know, best way to put it, right? You know, and I say that like with a little bit of like caveat, like yeah, you can be, oh, not so much I know everything, but my thinking is like you can have healthy skepticism, like you know what I mean? Healthy skepticism is totally fine with me, but just sitting there like, oh, the housing authority is the best. It's like what are you even talking about at that point? You know, it's like no, it's not. It's not the best. It's not even a good spot to live in, you know? And some of that is like just the way they are and, whatever. And it's like, why are you gonna fight me on that? You don't live here, you know? I was my mom starts saying that crap and I'm like, yep, whatever, mom. And then she'd be like, why are you getting mad at me? After she tells me I can't really live anywhere else, and I'm like, are you like, what the fuck are you always smoking? Like, I know she smoked regular cigarettes, but I would like the fucking know what else she does, cause like that's insane, you know. I have friends in similar enough situation that you could say, hey, it's possible for me to move the fuck out, you know. It's probably a good idea. Instead, I get well, the housing authority is always right, and you're always wrong. It's like, what, fuck you. You live here then. You love it so much, you live here, you know? You know what I mean? I will fucking give you half of my bed just to shut your ass up, you know? But put your money where your mouth is. You know what I mean? That's all I ask. You know? Like, I don't care if you have a dumbass opinion, back it up or shut up, you know? Instead of like, my mom who doesn't do anything like that, doesn't know the meaning of the word courage or, honesty and integrity. Those words are foreign to her. It's so weird because it's like, well, it's like, yeah, no, she doesn't know what the hell she's even talking about. Like, my dad doesn't know what the hell he's talking about either, but like, he has some, like, understanding of that. Like, I mean, he has some, like, understanding. I mean, he literally will be the one that, oh, get a DSS caseworker. It's like, Dad, I don't think that's up. Like, I'll be on the record saying that may or may not be a good idea. But, and my friend's online. But, like, it's like one of those things where the better idea is to kill the problem at the root rather than go around signing myself up for a bunch of services I don't actually need or want. You know what I mean? Like, that's the problem I have with these rules is that, oh, you need so many services. No, I need the housing authority to do what it's supposed to do. Just that. Like, and maybe some organization, to be honest. And that's me being honest with myself and with other people. I need organization skills. Clearly. But other than that, I don't really want someone living with me. Like unless it's a roommate. And that's the difference, man. Like, roommate don't give a shit. Have somebody, like, a life coach in the fucking apartment with you, I will, like, I used to have this thing where I would go absolutely nuts on people, just to get rid of them, just to test their metal as a caseworker. Like, I used to do that, and I always kind of think of that, especially when it comes to my dad, actually, like, it's like that, I will fuck up your reputation with that, like, that logic, you know what I mean? Because he's one of those people that literally has to go in the apartment with the person. And I'm not judging people if they need that, but that's not me. So it's like super annoying to have him like come out and like say, all this crap, and it's like, no, it's crap, bro. I can do it on my own. Like, I just don't do it the way they want me to. I have literally heard so many people who have never understood the concept of, hey, your hair is your own motherfucking business. Come up to me and say, oh, your aunt can give you a haircut. I'm like, no. I know, it was my Uncle Jerry. He's kind of an idiot. But, and I was just, that's why I didn't see or didn't take anything away from that. But everything else this whole weekend was literally like, what the fuck is wrong with these people? That kind of like level of like, oh, you can't do laundry at our house because we're doing your aunt's and uncle's laundry from vacation first. I'm like, what the fuck, Like, I don't get it, I really don't get that. Like, then, so I went to the laundromat. I did something stupid. I took the bike in garbage bags of clothes, and it wasn't smart, but yeah. And I did that, and then literally, like, my dad's like, he's getting mad at me, like, because I did all the laundry. It was 3 garbage bags. It was a complete pain to actually get to the laundromat. You know what I mean? Because, like, duffel bags are cool, but garbage bags are not, because garbage bags stretch and start ripping. So, yeah, I'm like, I spent $10 on laundry. $10 motherfucking dollars, because the drying is free here. And, I mean, to be honest with you, that's a steal. You do that, you get that anywhere, take it. Because it was not like I went to like some laundromat that wasn't worth it. Whatever. He's criticizing me for doing all my laundry at once. I'm like, Dad, are you serious? It was one garbage bag. One black garbage bag. And he's like, oh. I'm like, shut up. Just shut up. Like, just stop. Like, I get it. But, like, you're not understanding the situation. I don't feel comfortable, like, living here, after this whole scare, This whole scare has got me paranoid. Like, I don't want to, like, put all my clothes away in the closet right now because of that. Like, and they're all in a garbage bag in the bin, which is whatever, right? You got to make sure your place is safe. But the fucking, like, this guy is so out of his ass delusional, Like, you're gonna, like, just do, like, for one, it was $10 to wash and dry, so we'll take that every day of the week. But the other thing is, like I said, like, you may have, if you're not feeling safe, fucking do it all. Fucking do it all. Don't care. If it's $10, take it. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna sit there and go, oh, well, that's stupid, You know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna do that. Like, I'm not gonna hurt myself just for some idiot to think that he is so professional because he watches a guy and it's like, the situation is totally different, Like, fucking Christ. The people he watches, even though they may not, like, be mentally all incapacitated, they don't really have the capability to go to, like, the laundromat on their own, And I'm like, you know what I mean? So I'm not trying to shit on them. I really am not. I don't like that. But I don't like the idea of my dad constantly comparing me to someone like that. It's like, bruh, I can do it on my own. To be honest with you, the reason I literally asked for a ride to, like, go to, your house is because it was, like, a lot easier and a lot less likely to have my bag rip open, and have all my clothes be on Oak Street, you know, and have to stop and have to like, you know, oh, no, no, I don't like that. I don't like the fact that you like just judge me and shit, you know? I really, to be honest with you, like people that post shit onto my channel about like girls and stuff, I'm not into that. I'm into trans female. I'm not into, you know, porn. Just putting that out there. But like my dad would be like not understanding why I find that a little bit odd. I've always said my name is Joanna. I'm a trans woman. Deal with it. And that's another thing. Like this is kind of one of those things where it's probably more rambly than I originally thought. Like my parents will, they literally flat out refuse to call me that, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? You know, like I gotta like pretend to be happy that you're giving me a cake while you're disrespecting me in every other possible way, you know? You know, every other possible way. It's like, they don't respect me as a person, they don't respect me as Joanna. It's like, what the fuck? Like, do you not, like, have any kind of, like, common sense? One of the things my mom literally has said to me, every time I talk to you about certain things, you get angry. It's like, yeah, don't poke the effing grizzly bear then. Like, sorry. Like, I don't talk to her about her being an alcoholic or things like that, and I'm not saying she is, but it's like, you know, it's like when you start realizing they just want to like fucking down you for no reason, you know? Right? Be like, oh, you're different, therefore you're bad. Like, are you kidding me? Like I don't get it. Like, I don't get it. I don't, like, I've been so much better than, like, since when I was a teenager, since when I was, like, having problems, like, legit problems with people, like, since I was a young adult even, I've worked things out. As soon as like, it's not a coincidence, once I started calling myself Joanna to my friends and to other people, I started working things out much better, you know? It feels much better. It's not like I have to fucking deal with constant levels of like bullshit on all sides. Okay, now we've got to take care of that last side. We got to get the hell out of East Hartford, out of the fucking family. I don't care, you know? You know what I mean? It's like one of those things where you're like, let's go, let's start doing this, you know? I had to fight and call for $100. Are you kidding me? $100 fucking, and it's like I've literally, I know I'm not saying that's a small amount of money, but like to have people constantly fight and claw me and just fight me and like it's like annoying. You know, I don't get it. Like $100 is not that big. Like I've seen them give out much more, and I've seen them give this shit out for Christmas. So it's like I get it, it's unplanned, but believe me, you know, I'm not much happier than you. Like, that's the other thing. I'm not taking that $100 and I didn't spend it all totally irresponsibly. Like, are you fucking kidding me? You know? The other thing is, like, they will be the ones, like, going off on me, like, 5 weeks from now, so they will be the ones going off on me in September, whatever, time flies, saying, oh, where's that $100? It's like, what are you talking about? Like, that shit is already accounted for and spent and not even here. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm gonna keep track of that, like, that far out. Like, I mean, yes, budgeting is important, don't get it twisted. But you know what I mean, I'm not gonna keep track of your $100 all the way until, like, Kingdom Come. Well, you're being irresponsible. It's like, are you kidding me? Like, it's fucking September. Like, oh, they're gonna do that. They're gonna do that, like, 5 weeks from now. And the reason that's the reason I said 5. Give it time, and they don't fucking care. They will be, like, really critical. It's like, yeah, you can't, like, even trust. I can't even trust them with that. Like, you know what I mean? Well, and they like to, like, you know, I've never met, like, this is why I don't really get along with my mom too well. She likes to pump herself up at the expense of any sort of reality or other people. Like, I don't get it. Why you gotta tickle the grizzly bear? Why you gotta, you know, why you gotta do that? Like, do you want to be, like, tickling the grizzly bear? Because that sounds stupid, to be honest. It sounds really unintelligent. Like, right now, like, and I mean, the grizzly bear could be me, it could be YouTube, it could be a lot of things. You know, like for example, I don't want to say that, you know, she's trying to do something really, you know, I don't want to use a V word, which is, V as in village, you know. So yeah, no, I don't want to say anything like that, because I don't want to get in trouble with YouTube. That would be, like, right now I'm poking it, but I'm trying to keep my distance. Not poking it, you know, and being like, oh, let me get another stick. You know, like, when you poke the grizzly bear fucking hard, you kind of, you don't get a lot of, you shouldn't get a lot of empathy of, like, hey, you know, like, you know, of, like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean by that is, it because it's like, when I use that V word, I'm gonna say it, victim, and I'm not trying to get people really upset, but, like, you know, my mom is not a victim. She's poked the grizzly bear so much to the point where I'm like, she's not a victim. Like, you know, I'm not saying I want to do anything. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying, you know, when you have that constant antagonism and, like, constant, like, unaccepting of social cues, constant, oh, you know, I fell, so my rotator cuff is torn, and then, by the way, I'm lifting up a pitcher of iced tea, is like, people notice that shit, Mom. Like, you're fucking dumb. Like, you know, as we hit the timer's minimum here, so we're gonna, I don't want to say my mom is, like, the worst person ever. I don't think she's that bad, but she is definitely stupid. Because she's stupid in that, like, way of just like, yo, this woman's gonna be, like, at the end of the day trying to manipulate everybody to feel sorry for her, and I don't know what to say to that, because it's like, that's why I don't want to call her a victim, because it's like when you manipulate people, you kind of throw that away, you know? It's like, you know, it's just really ridiculous, but yeah. And I don't want to say that, it also looks bad for regular victims. People that actually were abused, actually dealt with shit. To have to deal with someone like you manipulating that and muddying up the waters for them, that's ridiculous. That's insane. You do not pass go at that point, you do not get $200. If we're giving up on here. Oh, great. Well, good thing we hit the minimum. I mean, right, we probably come close to 20 minutes here. But, you know, it's also, like, one of those things where I'm actually at the end of the season with this team, so it's like, who cares? We're in first place in the division. Who really gives a damn? So let's just assume it's the end. It's just like, you know, I'm not, like, saying that, like, I don't care if I win or lose. I'm just, yeah, chilling, trying to calm down, deal with family, deal with a raging Tuesday. I almost said Thursday. My brain is shit. You know, it's too late. The dream is dead. Ah! You know? Alright, I'm gonna stop here in a minute. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.